I might gain weight if you didn't eat everything in the house for dinner.
Would you like some aloe vera? You just got burned.
Hello friends, trace amounts of science. We're back in it today with some r/FatPeopleStories. I can't just react to videos, I gotta read some things. And this is a relatively good story so far. We've gotten the introduction, we've gotten her getting a boyfriend, and now we've got a story called Jealousy, which I'll presume is directed toward the OP, but I guess we'll have to jump into it and see. So thanks for joining me. Let's get on into this thing. Retail whale. Jealousy. Gosh, her? Can't imagine. So our stories are going to jump around now because I got the main plot line done and out of the way here. This story took place at the beginning of April. My husband and I got married in a small private ceremony with just our immediate families there with us. Yeah, that's the way to do it, honestly. You don't want to drop like multiple grands for the wedding because you have this debt together. You should start out your married life debt-free, you know? Nice little vacation somewhere that you both can afford. Even if that just means a pirated DVD and a small bag of marijuana.
A bag of weed, oh, everything is better with a bag of weed. It's the only help that you'll ever need, because everything is better with a bag of weed.
Not that we endorse such things, whatever. We kept our plans extremely quiet because gossip here spreads faster than butter on a hot waffle. Damn, love that. I can't recall if OP's Southern or not, but that's definitely a Southernism. So I had taken a few weeks off of work to spend time with my mother and sister, as well as get hitched. I didn't tell anyone at work. At this point, Retail Whale is talking about her wedding nearly every freaking day, about how stressful the planning is, and the cost, and blah, blah, blah. Yes, it's all about you, if only for a moment, and it probably did cost you about $10,000, didn't it? So our story picks up when I get back to work, working a long shift. Boo! Lots of congrats thrown around by coworkers and regulars. I glowed like a frickin' newlywed. I promised to bring in pictures, cause bitches love pictures. God, don't they? Retail Whale then appears to take over for me. Yes, and to get her slice of equal attention cake. Now, Retail Whale, for all of her infuriating tendencies, does tend to be a pretty jovial coworker. She's especially happy when she's given someone shit, but that's beside the point. Totally jovial, except the shit giving, sure. Strange expression is on the whale's face. Looks similar to the face that she makes when she doesn't get free food from restaurants. Is something similar to anger? Hangry? It's probably anger. I prepare for the incoming rant about how some fast food calorie buffet didn't sate her feminine needs. Retail Whale, how dare you? What? Retail Whale, you knew I was getting married at the end of May, and you just had to go and ruin it by getting married behind my back. You're such a bitch. I swear skinny people only think of themselves. I can't believe how selfish you are. I'm still not actually sure if this is really happening. Don't you see, OP? Everything that happens in the world revolves around her. We went to war in Vietnam. That's because I don't like rice cakes.
Ha ha ha! We know you not like rice cake.
Ricey, ricey, rice, no one like rice cakes.
You're the center of the cold, dead universe, aren't you, Retail Whale? Of course it's happening, says OP. Retail Whale is irrational as a motherfucker. I don't need to run my life plans by you, just for the record. I've been planning this for about a month. I just didn't want to make a fuss out of it. Retail Whale, so you admit it. Admit what, exactly? That I got married? Yeah, totally did. Super happy about it. Thanks for your concern. Retail Whale, you admit you're a backstabbing little sneak. You absolutely have ruined my wedding. Wow, that was easy. We didn't even have to crash or anything. Just by having my wedding near your wedding, it's ruined? Perfect. I'm glad I have that sort of power over your life. I shall wield it, not necessarily wisely. OP says, how exactly did I ruin anything by marrying my boyfriend, other than the fact that you can't give me shit about living in sin anymore, I guess. Yeah, that part is kind of ruined now. Retail whale, you always make everything about you. My God, pot, meat, kettle. No one else is allowed to be happy because you always have to lord over everyone about how skinny and perfect you are. What? I think you ascribe a lot of thoughts to OP. This is like the clearest cut case of projection that I've ever seen. So of course, when you found out that I was getting married, you just had to sabotage it by taking all the attention away. Yeah, that's really what it's about for you, isn't it? The attention. That's really what it boils down to. All of this. OP says, my marriage to my husband has absolutely nothing to do with you or your plans. I rarely ever get to see my mother, so I wanted to seize the opportunity while she was in town. If you're expecting an apology, you won't be getting one, because I've done nothing wrong. At this point, she starts blubbering, puns, and runs back to talk to our manager. She's gone maybe 10 minutes, coming back looking triumphant with some half-devoured snack cake. Retail whale says, P needs to see you before you leave. And of course, P is one of our managers. Whatever, no shit's given. I pack up to go talk to the manager. Knock on the door, 'cause fucking manners. You want to talk to me? P sighs. Sit down and close the door. I do so. Retail whale says that you just yelled at her in front of customers and coworkers, saying that fat people don't deserve to be happy and that she needs to lose weight. P is also overweight, just for the record. OP retorts, when have you ever known me to comment about anyone else's weight? She's lying to you, and if you call G in here, she'll corroborate my side. Oh no, we don't want to deal with any evidence. This is all about feelings here. Well, G had been standing nearby, growing more and more red in the face during our exchange. Mofo got my back. G comes into the office, face still red, and P asks G what happened up front. That stupid bitch would just not leave OP alone. Every day she comes in here, every damn day. She makes some comment about her weight, her man, her life, and today was fucking ridiculous. She comes in yelling at OP for getting married and pushing her fat ass out of the spotlight for a singular fucking day. I swear if you don't do something about her, she's going to get jumped in the parking lot. With ReddX Industries brand crowbar, I'm sure. OP wants to clarify that yes, that is how G talks to our managers, and also yes, they're fine with it. I mean, you better be. What the fuck are you gonna do about it? P just shakes her head. You can go home, OP. I'll talk to her later this evening when it slows down. G walks with me back up to the front, still steaming at the ears. Retail whale smirks as I walk past, and I tell G goodbye. Hugs, 'cause, you know, that bitch is awesome. And I walk to the door, and I hear G start yelling again. Naturally, I slow down, 'cause this is gonna be good. Now listen here, Retail Whale. I need to know that if I ever hear you talking to OP like that again, I have a bat and a shotgun in my car with your name on it. Is it like one of those combination bat shotguns where you flip it around? But also every time you hit a baseball with it, you pray not to shoot yourself in the stomach. I used to have one of those, but yeah, I don't have the nerve for it. Anyway, G says, I know where you live, so keep your fat mouth closed. You hear me? Don't make me call your mama neither. Retail Whale pouts, but nods. Ain't no one messing with G. Yeah, I heard she's got a combination bat shotgun in her trunk. Now, it's only been a month, but she hasn't said anything else to me at this point. I don't believe G would actually be violent toward her, but it was a damn good threat because Retail Whale is still scared. You want to know why it's a good threat? Because it lays out the escalation. I've got a bat, which I will use, and then if that doesn't work, we've also got the shotgun as a backup. And as a backup for my backup, I got the combination bat shotgun. There are still old stories that I will tell you guys, so please don't panic and get your beatus more riled up than your jimmies. That's right, be careful out there. So really, the entire thing of Retail Whale is her being jealous of OP. You've made yourself sad because your life doesn't stack up to such and such, whatever comparison you've made for yourself. And that's a really stupid way to live. How about you just be grateful for the things that you have and don't worry so much about what's going on with somebody else? That's pretty simple, isn't it? I don't know if I can explain it any more clearly than that. It's easy.
Come on, man! That's too easy!
Why would you not do it if it is so very easy? Because it takes practice, that's what it is. You gotta catch yourself when the ugly thoughts come. I don't think Retail Whale gonna be too good at that. But anyway, we'll continue on into another part, and I hope you'll join me for it. Retail Whale, the jewelry fiasco. Well, she stole some jewelry, didn't she? Calling it. She gonna trade it for some hamburgers.
Cheeseburgers.
We've seen it before. Yes, previous Retail Whale stories. We've read them all. Playlist in the description. Before our beloved Retail Whale started working in customer service, lol, she worked in our jewelry department. It's pretty easy work. Open a case, show a bitch what they want to see. If they don't buy it, put it back, close the case. Even a Fatty McFaddington should be able to do that with no problem. Yeah, as long as their arm can still fit inside the case. I don't know what kind of ham hocks you're working with. Of course, if you've been following my stories, you will realize that Retail Whale's main problem is her atrocious attitude toward work and, well, life in general. These stories were told to me by the head of our jewelry department. We'll call her K for ease. K is about 5'6", 167.64 centimeters, and 180 pounds, 81.64 kilograms, and around 65 years old, but she looks like she just hit 40. She carries her weight well. She had a hysterectomy when she was in her 30s, and apparently the lack of hormones made her gain weight. She does not have FatLogic and eats well, so I'm assuming that she's telling the truth. Yes, always judge someone by their actions. That's easy. Although, yeah, hormone imbalance comes with a whole host of other problems. You might want to get some prednisone, some estrogen cream. Menopause in your 30s must have been a hell of a thing. Anyway, yeah, cool backstory, Kay. I'm just going to retell this whole story as Kay told it to me. Some details flushed out for effect because I wasn't there, but yeah, I know how she acts. Retail Whale working in jewelry, making that commission. Oh, dude, that seems like a sweet gig. She must have really fucked it up to get kicked down to the register, huh? A wild, lone male customer appears, and Retail Whale turns on her charm. I use that word lightly, probably the only thing about her that can be considered light. Her hair is too short and scraggly to be twirled around her fins. She leans over the counter seductively instead. Retail Whale, see anything you like, baby? Ha ha! Retail Whale guffaws, not tee-hees. Customer says, yeah, I'm looking for something for my wife for her birthday, but she can only wear gold. She's got bad skin allergies. Retail Whale, well, let me show you what I'd like if I was your wife. Ha ha! Yeah, please don't do that. You're trying to compare yourself, and it's just not fair to you. You can never stack up, okay? Truth be told, says OP, most of our jewelry is cheap-ass garbage, so our legitimate gold jewelry is few and far between, which this man has informed us that his wife cannot wear. Retail Whale pulls out a gold over sterling ring. Retail Whale, I would just love if my man bought this for me. I think the sparkles really bring out my eyes. Don't you? Customer, yeah, sure. Do you have anything more simple? She's not really into gaudy jewelry. Retail Whale, ooh, I'll never understand how good men could settle for women with no taste in jewelry. Customer laughs. I don't know why. I don't know anything about jewelry, so having simple taste makes it easier for me. I think the customer was laughing just to break the tension there.
Funny, yes, but not funny, haha. Funny, weird.
Honestly, I'd shoo her aside. Ask for another associate. Just, okay, be gone with you. I'm done now interacting with you. We're moving on to something different. Possibly better. Definitely different. Retail Whale says, ha ha, that's just 'cause you're a man, honey. Retail Whale touches his hand. Men don't need to know about things like jewelry. Just trust me. She will love this ring. Customer considers. And it's gold, right? Retail Whale. Oh yeah, absolutely. Customer. I guess I could always, bring it back if she doesn't like it. Retail Whale. What size does she wear? Customer. A 6, I think. For those unaware, size 6 is about the average ring size for women in America. Yeah, I think my wife said 5, 5.5. Retail Whale. She's gotta be tiny. How could you be with a woman so small? Wouldn't you rather be with a real, full-figured woman? No, I don't think I would. Thanks for the offer, but I'd rather castrate myself with dental floss, you see. Retail Whale leans over the counter more. The cracking of glass can be heard, and she is showcasing her wares. Customer. I've always dated small women. They're delicate. Dude, yeah, I love that. Retail Whale. Big women are delicate too. We just need more love. Yeah, I'm at about my love-giving capacity, so you're gonna have to shop elsewhere. Customer says, yeah, so can I just get this ring then? Retail Whale rolls her eyes and bags up his purchase. 3 weeks later, skinny, angry woman approaches the jewelry counter. Previous customer trailing behind her, looking like a scolded puppy. Retail Whale is working again that day. Oh, fortune and fate smile upon us truly, don't they? We use FC for female customer and MC for male customer. FC, did you sell my husband this ring? Aloof Retail Whale. Oh, I can't remember every pretty face I see. I might have. We do have a lot of girls who work in this department. Male customer. Nah, it was her. Female customer looks fit to explode and holds up her hand. Instead of smacking Retail Whale across the face, she points at one of her fingers where a nasty green and black ring has formed. Female customer. My husband told you that I have allergies and you still sold him a ring that I cannot wear. I should sue your ass into the ground. Retail Whale. He never told me you were allergic to anything. And maybe it slipped his mind with a natural-looking woman in front of him. Nothing about you is natural, okay? There's 100% palm oil that I'm seeing right now. Just out of curiosity, how much of a natural diet should be palm oil? Probably 0%. To recap, Retail Whale wears hideous clown makeup, quote-unquote natural. Yeah, ha! Female customer. As if he'd ever be tempted by a lump like you when he has me to come home to. More like you got so distracted by a dong in front of your counter that you were more interested in flirting with him than selling him a proper product. Retail Whale. Maybe if you ate properly, you wouldn't be allergic to everything. What? Female customer. I want to speak to a manager now. Damn, Karen let her know. Knocked her all the way down to cashier. That's a sad thing, isn't it? Although, to be clear, I don't feel all that bad for Retail Whale. She had this one coming. I don't know how she made it to a position where she could get commission anyway. Anyway, OP says how this woman did not get fired for this, I really have no fucking clue. One of the managers refunded the ring and gave her another of her choosing for 90% off, plus a free replacement plan for 2 years. Damn. They took that new ring out of Retail Whale ass, but yeah, she got a lot to give, I guess. Shortly after this, Retail Whale was removed from jewelry and put at customer service. TLDR, Retail Whale flirts with customer, sells ring his wife is allergic to, wife comes in to complain. Retail Whale blames her being skinny for her allergies. I think the saddest part about this story is Retail Whale ever thought that she stood a chance, you know?
Not even close, baby!
You've got something going on inside your head. It's not healthy, okay? We need to live in the real world for just a little while. But I don't want to go back to the real world quite yet, so we're going to get into, what is this, like part number 7? We're over halfway now through Retail Whale, so that's super. I mean, also sad, but also pretty super. Delusional fat people is one of my favorite genres, you know? So let's see what else we can find as we dive into part number 7. So join me over there. Retail Whale, the mother. Oh my god, dude. Is her mom gonna come into the store? Is she gonna eat everybody? Previous stories? Yep, read them all. I've spoken mostly of Retail Whale's mother in my comments, but not very much in the stories. Here, I will tell you of my only meeting with her mother. She's about 5'4", a little bent over, in her 80s, and not very healthy. I'd say she's probably 120 to 130-ish pounds, with a thin, old lady look about her. She has 2 doctor's appointments every week, which Retail Whale has to drive her to. Usually Retail Whale comes herself to pick up prescriptions, but one day, her mother came in with her. I wonder if she's going to be a treat. Nice old lady with overbearing daughter or evil crone that raised a child in her image. I'm not sure. We'll refer to her as mother for this story. So I'm working like a boss on a long shift. Retail Whale thunders her way into the store. 30 seconds later, she is trailed by an elderly woman with a cane. I do not associate the two because old woman is not a whale. Retail Whale waddles over to the pharmacy. Elderly woman stops by customer service. Being customer service, I ask her, "Can I help you with anything, ma'am?" Sweet southern lady accent. "Oh no, darling, just waiting for my daughter to get my medicines. I'll be out of your way shortly." I smile. Nice people are rare enough, and I say, "You're not in the way, dear. Would you like to sit down and wait? We've got a bench over by the pharmacy if you're not feeling well." Mother. "Oh, don't worry your heart about me. I'm stronger than I look." She winks and I chuckle. Oh, wholesome interaction. That's nice. I start conversing so she doesn't feel awkward. Slow time of day, no customers at my station. "So, have you lived in the area long?" Mother. "Oh, my whole life, sweetheart. I gone a few places, but never too far from home. I love it here." This is fairly typical of people in this area. Those who are born and raised here very rarely break away. Most of them have never been further than 100 miles away. That is mystifying to me, honestly. Don't you long for adventure? Come on. Let's get to see some other shit, could we? But whatever. To each their own. OP says, "I just moved here less than a year ago, but I love it too. The mountains are just lovely." Retail Whale appears with all her thunder. "Okay, Mommy, it's time to go. I told you not to talk to that woman. She's a sinner." Mother looks Retail Whale in the face. "We're all sinners in our time. You shouldn't judge her so. She's a sweet thing." Retail Whale makes a song of disgust. "Oh, I told you, Mom. You don't know what these young girls are like. This isn't your times anymore. She's an anorexic floozy." Mother looks cross. "She was sweet to me. You won't speak ill of her in front of me." "Oh, I can't believe you're taking her side," cries Retail Whale. "Just because you can't gain weight doesn't mean you have to side with skinny people all the time." Mother, "I might gain weight if you didn't eat everything in the house for dinner."
Would you like some aloe vera? You just got burned.
Oh shit. I stay silent because, holy hell, I love this woman. Honestly, she's a vibe. I don't know where all this came from, but Retail Whale could use a lot more of it. We're gonna bully her better. Retail Whale, I eat healthy amounts of food. You never have an appetite, and it would go to waste if I didn't eat it. I'm doing you a favor. Mother, you're living in my home. You're not paying any bills. We don't need to have this conversation in public, in front of strangers. You're embarrassing yourself. Retail Whale, I take you to all of your appointments. I feed you. I take care of you. Bitch, you can barely take care of yourself. Mother says, the only thing you do is bring home food, which is mostly for you. You don't clean, you don't do laundry, you don't put money towards bills. Darling, your whole life I'd taken care of you. Even if your mama didn't want you and your daddy split, that don't mean you could pay me any less respect. I raised you. I am your mother. Retail Whale explodes. We're going home now. How dare you talk about me like this at work? Oh, she's adopted or something, huh? The plot thickens. And apparently she's really embarrassed about that fact. She doesn't want to talk about it. I think we can use this as a wedge. Every time you dig into me about anything, I'm going to use this wedge to dig into you right back. So happy it's a slow time at work, so I can listen to all of this madness, says OP. Interjection. To be fair, she did try to make you stop, but you kept on going. It's not her fault that you don't know when to be quiet. Retail Whale gets red in the face, but doesn't speak. Mother, I thought I'd raised her better than this. I did my best by her, and this is what I got now. Retail Whale, we're leaving now. My order's across the street. Italian time. Retail Whale storms off to get her sustenance. Yes, her sustenance and then some. Mother says, I'm sorry, darling. I wouldn't say anything, but she doesn't need to treat you so. She's a good girl most of the time. I tried to raise her right, but I could only do so much on my own. I smile and say, it's all right. I'm used to her by now. I just wish that she didn't talk to you that way. Mother chuckles. She only does it in public because of her pride. She'll cry and apologize as soon as we get home. She always does. Mother hobbles out. TLDR, Retail Whale gets into an argument with her mother at customer service, finds out her mom and dad ditched her. Retail Whale blames mother for wasting food. This was the only interaction I've had with her mother. She was a very sweet old lady, but she didn't take shit off her daughter, legally adopted, when she was being a bitch in public. Honestly, I want the rest of these stories to feature mother. I'm sad that this is a one-off. I hope she makes a triumphant return at some point. I need to know more about her and this very strange and interesting dynamic. Like, she does cry and apologize, but that's her manipulating her way back in, you know? You're sort of enabling Retail Whale at a certain point, but I get it too, because you're her mom, obviously. But I think 3 stories is about enough for today, friends, so I'm going to close the book for now. But we've got more Retail Whale to come, don't you worry, yes! In the meantime, maybe you'll consider signing up on the Patreon or the YouTube memberships. That'd be pretty neat. You can also check out my Teespring if you'd like some of that good old ReddX merch, you know? If you can't afford to throw money around, that's cool. You watch the video. What else can I ask, really? Except that you have a wonderful day. And that you always remember, friends, that you are loved, you are worthy, you definitely deserve it. And I shall see you in the next one. So until then, bye-bye.
何バカ何バカ何バカ何バカ何バカ